So it looks like this so-called battle is over. That's right. Remy Ma basically said, look, I have no more interest. She's played her little cat and mouse game extremely well. Let's give it up to Nicki Minaj. She says, I'm going to wait the storm out. But here's the problem. Whenever she comes back, whenever she decides to come back into the game and talk about how she's the baddest bitch, she's the boss bitch, she's the queen bitch, she's the king bitch, the problem is a lot of people are going to say to themselves, but Miss Queen King bitch, you bitched out when it came to Remy Ma putting them lyrical knuckles to your big forehead. But here's something interesting that Remy Ma stated. Remy Ma, for the most part, she was like, yeah, there was things taking place behind the scenes that you all may not have been privy to, and she sat down with the ladies at another round, but she was saying for the most part, she was basically responding. She's like, this little girl, this little egg-headed girl has been throwing so many subliminals and sidebars and half bars and subtweets and retweets that she said I had to slam back at her ass with a sledgehammer known as Sheether. And then she did a little celebratory track afterwards called Another One, which a lot of people said they weren't feeling, but it really wasn't a diss record. It was more like a ha-ha, nanny boo-boo type shit. So now Remy Ma has pretty much illustrated what she needed to illustrate. She's got her point across. Pretty much the people who said, oh yes, Remy Ma is a dope-ass lyricist. She got her respect. So she says, I'm out. I'm done. She can say what she want to say, but I'm done. The bitch is dead. She's a dead bitch. I'm done. So that's what she's doing, right? But she also touched on one other interesting point. She said a lot of the guys behind the scenes were kind of going in, saying, yo, Ma, yo, Remy, yo, Remy, yo, Nicki's talking about you. And then when they get interviewed, they say, oh, I have no problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that girl beef. And she said, for the most part, a lot of the men were egging the shit on. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. As we have seen with a lot of the male rappers, it's Negroes within the camps that get shit started between the main rappers within the groups. The alpha males within the groups clash because of the beta males, the little leeches, the little cronies, the little dust bunnies are running off at the mouth. So I wouldn't be surprised if that did take place with Remy Ma. I wouldn't be surprised if some grown-ass man was chattering in her ear about something Nicki Minaj had said or did. But Remy Ma also brought up another point. She said, I would have preferred if I could have just worked with Nicki Minaj. She said, for the most part, I don't want to tear down another woman. She said, it's not empowering. She said, I want to empower women. Interesting. And you know what, Remy Ma, you still got the bars, you still got the lyrical tenacity, the lyrical ferociousness, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree with you here on this situation, because from what has been articulated and illustrated through different people within the music industry, Nicki Minaj has not been that empowering for a lot of these women within the circles of hip hop. So you was gonna have to clash with her anyway at some point, because apparently Nicki Minaj has such an alpha bitch mentality that she wants nobody to eat around her. Nobody. So here's the thing. What does Remy Ma do from this point? Well, she continues on with her course. People that may not have been aware of the lyrical ferocity of a Remy Ma are now aware. People that may not have been aware of the extremely talented Remy Ma are aware now. So she's basically have been able to get the publicity off. And one of the things Nicki Minaj did not want to do was to elevate Remy Ma even further than what has been the case for her with the Sheether joint. So we had to keep in mind that Nicki Minaj was still the bigger artist in the situation. And as her fellow label mate has stated, he had to be careful, Drake, because he's always the bigger artist in the situation. Here's the thing though, the difference between Drake and Nicki Minaj, i.e. the Meek Millification of Nicki Minaj, right? Here's the problem. When Drake got challenged by a seemingly so street lyricist, Meek Mill, Drake answered the call. He responded. And then what happened, all Meek Mill did was solidify Drake's credibility in the industry, despite dropping evidence out there that, hey, this boy ain't really writing all of his rhymes. Listen to these reference tracks. If that had happened to any other artist and they did not parlay that the way Drake did, career L, it would have been over. But Drake immediately responded with back-to-back. What fuck Charged? We know Charged was bullshit, and Drake said it himself. He said, I was just testing the waters. I wanted to see was Meek Mill a real-ass Philly lyricist. When I found out he was just a bitch-ass Twitter finger motherfucker, he said, I dropped back-to-back. And that put Drake in a whole different stratosphere. So now nobody can ever come at Drake funny style or sideways, cause he answered the call. He answered the call. No matter what you say about his goofy dancing, no matter what you say about his Chuck E. Cheese ass grin, nobody can ever say this boy did not answer the call. But his label mate, his fellow buddy, Nicki Minaj, she ended up looking like Twitter fingers. And some people may attribute it to possibly getting some of that Meek Mill whack juice doused all over her blouse and face. Possibly. Who knows? Nobody knows. The problem is this, though. Nicki Minaj did not answer the call. She chose not to go through her Sankofa. She says, fuck going through the jungles of Africa. Fuck going through the traditional African Sankofa. I'm hopping my hipster ass in a fucking Uber and I'm taking the shortcut. And that's what she did. And her shortcut was, I'm going to wait the storm out. I'm going to ignore Remy Ma. But at the end of the day, whatever people say about that fucking another one diss, which I articulated very well what the fucking diss was, along with Sincere Ignorance on Thought Crimes, of course, shout that channel out. But Remy Ma was solidified completely within the history of hip-hop. You gotta understand, that Sheether track was hard-hitting on so many levels. Now Remy Ma can continue on in the direction she was heading anyway. But now she has a new fan base. She has people following her. People want to know more about her personality. They like the dynamics between her and Papoose. It was a good look for Remy Ma. The problem is, moving forward, because Nicki Minaj did not answer that phone call of challenge like Drake did when Meek Mill got on Twitter. Whatever Nicki Minaj does from this point on, she better take her ass into that pop territory. I'm talking about so fucking far into the pop territory that she can't even use GPS to make her way back to fucking hip hop. That's how far she better take her ass out there, because you can never say these bitches are my sons. I'm the illest bitch on the microphone. My lyrical style will murder all of you niggas. You can't say none of that shit anymore, Ms. Nicki Minaj, because at this stage in the game, you have been proven to be a fraud. That is exactly what happened to Meek Mill. Now, people tried to make it all about this other shit with Meek Mill. The real issue is Meek Mill did not handle Drake like he was supposed to do. Like he was supposed to do. He came from a lineage of battle-tested Philly rappers. And you let the Canada Dry nigga put you back into the freezer. And that's exactly what Nicki Minaj did. Now, to be fair to Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma has a lot of credibility when it comes to battle rap. So, some people was like, it's kind of sketchy. I just don't think the girl got it in her. But you do no reply. The only time you reply, you was taking ass shots and titty shots with Future and all over the internet and with the fucking Cyclops glasses and all of that bullshit. You went immediately to your style like you was above it. So, since your ass is above lyricism, since your ass is above hip-hop, stay your ass in that pop territory. Alright? So that's my thoughts here when it comes to Remy Ma saying, look, I'm checking out. I just want to empower women. And her feeling some sort of regret for releasing the Sheether joint, I don't think she should feel any regret. Because if you're talking about women empowerment, and how many women have come forward and said, no, Nicki Minaj has been trying to shut me down. She's a fucking misogynist, basically. Anyway, here's the thing. Remy Ma, you executed what you were supposed to fucking do. You got your fucking point across. And as they say in the hood, somebody's bitch ass just got exposed. So from this point on, Nicki Minaj can never come at nobody's neck on some lyrical shit talking about she's the coldest lyricist in the game. Now she may try to use this and prop it up on her album, but by then, people are gonna say leave it alone because you didn't jump when you're supposed to. It's the same reason why people did not respond to Meek Mill's War Pain like he thought they would. Even though he came in there a little aggressive, people say, it's too fucking late. So, leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about this situation. This is your boy Brent Solomon. Continue to subscribe. I am out. One.